All right, good morning, everyone. It is 8:54 in the morning on August the 5th, 2021, and this is my strategy session for the day. Pretty quiet. Right now, I only have, well, I shouldn't say pretty quiet. There's a lot going on, but there isn't much that fits my pre-market criteria this morning. Uh, there's Datadog and Wayfair. Otherwise, I mean, really, that's everything that fits my criteria. There's a lot more. There is a lot more going on. There are quite a bit of small caps. Actually, let me just kind of pull up a window here real quick, and then I can kind of show you why. So we've got, for example, HSU. Right. So is that right? HUSN. HUSN. All right. So yesterday, HUSN closed at 312, and if it opened up right now, it would open up at 397. The issue that I have with HUSN right now is that it's only up 27%. There's just really there's just nothing pretty really hitting my scanner right now. You know, nothing gapping up huge on big news. No small caps at least. Freight Hub reports Q1 2021 revenue up 4.8 million, up 216% from Q1. I mean, that's nice, but I don't know. It just doesn't. Look at this daily chart here, Yeah, it's back in the weeds, All it did, like the pre-market price just is in the weeds. So I don't know. So DDOG here, if DDOG opened right now, it would open up 14.5% higher than yesterday's close. I imagine there's going to be some profit taking at the bell, and then some buyers will come in to look to make some money on the delta between the open and the pullback. So I've got 125.51 and 123.51 as support areas. I'll probably average into somewhere around 200 shares between these two prices. There's a $2 spread there. So 200 shares, I don't know. I could buy 20 shares staggered or 10 shares staggered every 10 cents along $2 for 200 shares there for an entry. Wayfair now, I actually already traded Wayfair this morning, and it was on this dip right here. You can see it was right at 830, 832. Interesting. So originally I had levels at 260 and 258 on Wayfair, and this morning I was just kind of sitting at the terminal, getting the morning straight, getting ready for the trading day, and Wayfair just really started to tank. It went down as low as 245 here. In yesterday's close, it reported decent earnings, a 62.61% upside surprise. And so I was like, well, I don't, 251.05 was yesterday's close, and I don't see why it would go lower than yesterday's close. I mean, after a better report, I mean, who knows what's going on really? But anyway, I bought 100 shares at $250, $254. I think it was basically right at 254 even, and then I sold them for $1.77 profit. So I sold them at almost $256. It was only 100 shares, but I'm up 100 and was that $76? Yeah, I'm up $176 pre-market. So, all right. Well, I'll take it. I don't know what's going to happen with Wayfair now that it's made this major dip down. After it ran up to as high as 275 pre-market this morning, from it went a low of 235 over here pre-market. Mark that off real quick. Yeah, 235. Wow. Weird. Don't know really quite what to make of that. So yeah, those are the two stocks I haven't watched this morning. DDOG and Wayfair. So we'll see what happens. HUSN, I guess I'll keep it up on watch. You know, it's there. Let's take a look at the SPY. So the VIX, if it opened up right now, the VIX would open up below this 18.2 level I have for the bottom of the gap. And the bottom of the gap is an extension from February of 2020. The gap seems to be relevant. Then there's the support area. My guess is that after this sort of last, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, test. So at some point, the VIX is going to come back down to test this support line right here and break through it finally. And when it does that, it'll be very bullish for the SPY. If the SPY opened up right now, it would open up 0.2% higher than its close yesterday. It's still hanging around all-time highs. So there's no reason. Well, actually, there are tons of reasons to be bearish the SPY, and there are tons of reasons for this thing to correct and da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. But there are two reasons to be bullish that are more important than all of those other reasons to be bearish, and that is the Fed doing quantitative easing along with Operation Twist, and the stimulus money that Congress keeps doling out. So, I'm still bullish. Still bullish the SPY. Entries on trades are tricky here in flat periods like this right here, periods of consolidation like that. So a breakout, would be the best thing to look for. So what is it? A breakout over 441.80, be a good spot to buy. All right, then let's see, Bitcoin. So Bitcoin, here's the deal with Bitcoin. So here's the head and shoulders reversal pattern. Let's see if I can find those brush marks. No, not those. Yeah, there we go. So here's the head and shoulders reversal pattern. Here's the left shoulder, head, right shoulder, neckline. And this is a textbook head and shoulders pattern. So the left shoulder is lower than the head, of course, then the right shoulder is lower than the left shoulder. The neckline points in the opposite direction of the trend. And so then there was the break of the neckline, big move down after the break of the neckline, kind of was bearish throughout this period right here, and then decided that it was going to break back above the neckline again. Now, what that means is, since it's broken back up above this neckline, that only means that it is neutral, that Bitcoin is in a neutral pattern. It's neither bearish nor bullish. So trading that area, if you're really good at trading choppy markets, which there are certain things that I'm really good at trading choppy markets on, gold, for example, silver, but I don't know. I mean, I do know charts and so forth, but I don't know Bitcoin as well. Right now, it's neutral until Bitcoin can close above 42,000 and hold it. It'll be bullish if Bitcoin can get above 42,000, hold it, and then continue higher. Then Bitcoin is bullish. If Bitcoin comes back below the neckline here, tests below, let me get some. If it comes back down below, tests below, then falls away again, it's bearish. For the time being, though, Bitcoin can bounce around through here for months, maybe even years, and be neutral. So, yeah, for the time being, I don't see an entry on Bitcoin until it does the one of two things. I have September marked off for a time frame for Bitcoin to do one of two things, which is go up or go down. Decide its trend. So yeah, and then let's see what else. So that's the SPY. That's Bitcoin. I guess Airbnb. I decided to get into Airbnb. I've got a REIT portfolio that's been doing really well. These are my real estate investment trusts, and I just kind of extended in the economic scenario that we're going into soon, that we're now leaving and going forward into, real estate investment trusts do well. And I'm lumping Airbnb in with the real estate investment trust. Although Airbnb is not a real estate investment trust, it's not anything like a real estate investment trust. I like that Airbnb is sort of a proxy real estate investment. So if you think about the properties, so Airbnb doesn't manage the properties. It's the individual person that lists on Airbnb that lists the properties. So for example here, okay, so Avalon Bay. If you do any research on Avalon Bay has the premium real estate locations around the globe in the cities you want. New York, LA, San Francisco, Atlanta. I mean, you talk about even in Maryland, so on and so on. You talk about any of the places where you want to live in any of the big economic centers, in Avalon Bay has property there. So that's for residential, right? Well, Airbnb has property, although it's not Airbnb's property. It's, Airbnb is just a service to hook up, short-term renters, with short-term residential areas. You name the spot and Airbnb is there. I stayed at a lake house. I just went on vacation. I got back from vacation. And Airbnb, has houses all over the lake where I just went on vacation. Airbnb's all over New York City. It's all over everywhere. So the premium real estate locations is covered by Airbnb. I think that Airbnb is going to benefit from the same forces that will benefit the real estate investment trusts. Let me just put it that way. Long story short. Okay. So Airbnb, I'm in at, let me check here. I think it's 146 and some change. Let's see. Airbnb, yeah, 146.19 is where I bought Airbnb. And so it's not a technical either. The proper technical entry would have been right here on the 19th of July, or actually the 20th of July, as it recovered this technical dip right here at about 133 a share is where I should be in. I personally, I think that we're headed, I have 153. I think we're headed higher than 153. We'll have to see, though. I could be wrong. All right. Yeah, that's my morning strategy session. Not a heck of a lot going on. DDOG, Wayfair, HUSN, All right. Good luck out there, everybody. Keep your wrists tight. Click like, share, subscribe, leave a comment, and I will see you at the recap. I am out.